What's up, guys? Chase here at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and welcome to our product spotlight for the X2 Hornet Dual Sport and Adventure helmet from Shoei. All right, guys, so today we are talking about the X2 Hornet from Shoei. Now, to give you a little background info on Shoei, these guys are a Japanese company. They've been making helmets for over 50 years. Now, I can say with Shoei, for these guys, it's all about the details. Now, the X2 Hornet, it's a big player. It's going to be playing in that north of $500 range. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that ask the question, is it worth the investment? When there are a lot of dual sport and adventure helmets on the market that do retail for less than half the cost of this helmet. Now, my answer to that is if you spend a lot of time on your bike, you put a lot of miles on your bike, it's a lot of hours in your helmet, I can honestly say that things like quality construction, the comfort, the aerodynamics and the acoustics of the helmet, and even the creature comforts, those things start to play a huge role in your helmet. And that's exactly what you're getting with the X2 Hornet. So today I'm going to walk through, talk about this helmet in detail, give you all the information that you need to know that if this is going to be the next helmet for you. Now, before I get started, I would love it. Click subscribe to us on YouTube. That will keep you up to date and in the loop on the latest gear guides and product reviews that we are constantly rolling out. If you do have any thoughts, comments, or questions, make sure you put those below as I walk through this helmet. Now, to get started, let's talk about fitment real quick. The helmet's going to fit true to size. It's a very comfortable helmet, not too long front to back, not too wide, but make sure, guys, in any case, use our sizing guide on the website. That will let you know what size you are going to need. If you are nervous about fitment, I get it. Shopping online can get that way. Make sure you check out our fit guarantee. We will allow you to exchange a helmet if you're not happy with the sizing, and we will give you free shipping on your first exchange. But overall, very comfortable helmet. You're able to put a lot of miles in here with lots of comfort. Now, when we talk about construction of the helmet, you're going to have the latest Snell 2015 rating. It's also going to be DOT as well. Now, the helmet, what they have 4 different shell sizes, which is awesome because I haven't seen any other helmet companies using 4 different shell sizes. What's unique about that, it gives a better fitment no matter what size you wear. If you do wear maybe an extra small or a small, you're not gonna look like a bobblehead doll when you're riding down the street. Now, how Shoei constructs their helmet, they use their AIM Plus shell. Now, what it is interwoven layers of fiberglass mixed with organic resins, and it gives a very lightweight and a very strong shell, and that is proprietary to Shoei. Now, if you look at it, you can see nice aggressive look to the helmet. You can definitely see it pulls a lot of its roots from the street side of things. I like the look. If we give you a 360 view, here in the back, you do have the spoiler. What's nice about that spoiler, it helps keep the helmet stable at higher speeds, and if you do rock a goggle, that's going to help keep your strap in place there as well. Now, if I do have to be real picky and I have to find one bad thing that I could say about this helmet, it's going to be in the weight. Like I said before, very strong, lightweight shell, but the helmet itself, a size large, is going to come in right about 4 pounds. So it's definitely not one of the lighter helmets that are out there, but I'm not going to complain that much because Shoei definitely makes up for it with the construction and also the comfort and the creature comforts that you're getting with this helmet. Now, let's talk about venting. You're going to have 4 intakes on the front of this helmet and 7 exhaust vents in the rear. The intakes in the front, you're going to have one right here around your mouth bar. That's going to open and close, very easy to do. And then up here at the top, you're going to have this brow vent above your shield. That also is going to open and close, very easy to find with the gloved hand. And then your 4th intake is actually going to be up here on top of the visor. Now, this is a cool design from Shoei. You can tell these guys have spent a lot of time in their wind tunnel to make sure they got it right. You're going to have this vent. It's going to pull air on top of this visor. It's actually going to push it directly into a vent that sits on top of the rider's head. If I turn over and we look at the top here, this is where the vent goes in, and you're actually going to be able to open and close that as well. So easy to find, very easy to operate. So that's the venting scheme on the front. If we turn around and we look at the back here, you're going to have 7 exhaust vents on the back, 2 up here at the top. Not going to have any visible exhaust vents down at the bottom, but if you look at the neck roll area here, what they've done to design this helmet to pull that hot air through the helmet, create that vacuum effect, then it's going to push it out the bottom of the helmet here. All right, now let's turn it back around and let's talk about that visor. Now, as I said before, Shoei spends a lot of time in their wind tunnel. If you look at the visor here, it's not adjustable, but they have these big louvers or these big cutouts in the top. So at those higher speeds, that's going to help a lot of air pass through. It's going to help the helmet stay stable, and it's going to create a very nice aerodynamic effect when you're at those higher speeds. Now, to get this thing off, again, another great design coming from Shoei. I will show you in real time how easy it is. You're going to have a screw, one on each side. It's literally a quarter turn, and then it is going to pop right out. Then up here at the top, you're going to have this little button. You're going to press that down. You're going to hear it click, and then this is just going to slide right out. So I just pulled that off in real time. Very easy to do. And then to get it back on, I'm going to throw it back on for you just to show you how fast. Slide that in until it clicks. Take your screws, Again, just one on each side, pop those in, quarter turn. There you go. I just put the shield, I took the shield off, and I put, or not the shield, I took the visor, took it off and put it back on in real time. Very easy to do. Now let's move on and let's talk about the shield. The shield's got a lot going on here. You're gonna have a polycarbonate injection molded shield. It's gonna be optically correct. You're gonna have a tab down here on the left side to lift that up. What I like that Shoei has done is up here along the top around the brow, they've actually increased the thickness of that shield. So when you do lift it up with one hand, it's not gonna flex, it's gonna be very, very sturdy. Now here on the side, this is their QRN ratchet system, base plate ratchet system that Shoei uses on their shield. What it is, it's a spring-loaded ratchet system, and you can tell a lot of thought has gone into this. When I pick this shield up, if you get a close-up here on the side, you can actually see that ratchet system working. So multiple detents on the way up. It holds it very securely. If your shield is up, you're at higher speeds, this is not gonna move around on you. But what I like is when you lower it, and you get to that last detent, and it secures the shield into place, that spring-loaded ratchet actually pulls the shield in, so you're gonna get a nice tight seal around the eye port here. So if we lift it all the way up, again, you can see nice weather gasket all the way around. It's gonna seal out the weather and keep you nice and comfortable. Now, a couple cool features about the shield that I do wanna point out as well. You can take the shield off without removing the visor. It's very easy to do with the shield all the way up. You have these little tabs over here on the side. You just press those down, and then you can just pop the shield right off. And what's unique about that is you got a lot of different variations that you can run this helmet with. You can wear goggle straps with the shield on. You can take the shield off and rock goggles without the shield, or you could take the visor off and rock the shield by itself. So a lot of different variations with this helmet, again, showing how much detail and emphasis on construction and quality that you're getting from Shoei. Now, the last thing I am gonna point out with the shield on this helmet, and I promise is the last thing, is the anti-fogging that you're gonna get with this. You're not gonna have a coating on this shield. Coatings, they can wear off over time. That's a pain in the butt. Instead, what they have is the PinLock Evo system that is gonna come ready for this helmet. So you can see on the shield here, you're gonna have these two pins, and then you have a separate lens that comes included, comes in the box, and what it is a separate lens that goes on the inside. Think of it as a dual pane window. So that PinLock shield is gonna go to the inside, it separates the warm air from the cold air, and that is what is going to help combat fogging. So no coating, you're in the PinLock Evo system. When it comes to anti-fogging, that really is the best system that is out there. Okay, so we've covered the entire outside of the helmet. We've talked about construction, we've talked about the visor, the shield, the venting. Now let's take a look at the inside here. So if you flip it up to the bottom, the first thing you're gonna notice on the inside here, this is gonna be your chin skirt. Nice touch, that's gonna be removable. I'll actually pop it out right now. It's very simple to do. So for those cooler days, it's nice to pop that in. It's gonna keep some of the air out. It is also gonna help keep some of that noise down as well. So there's your chin skirt. Now you're gonna have the 3D Max Dry Liner system on the inside of this helmet. Moisture wicking, antimicrobial, extremely comfortable, very soft to the skin. So that's gonna be your cheek pads. Oh, before I pull these out, nice touch from Shoei when it comes to safety. You have the emergency cheek pad removal system on this helmet. So if you did have a crash and you're in a situation where you need to get the helmet off without moving the rider's head, what this does, you just take these red tabs right here, and you pull these, and that's gonna pull out your cheek pad extremely easy. So you're gonna have that on each side. So you can see right there, nice contour cheek pad, again, very soft, very comfortable. So let me pull out the other side here. Your chin strap's just gonna be your traditional D-ring, nothing fancy going on there. On the inside, again, there is your Max Dry 3D liner. I'll continue to pull the rest of that out. So there is your cool your 3D Max Dry liner. Nice touch. You're not going to have any snaps around the brow, so no pressure points there. Now, if we look at the inside here, there is going to be your dual density EPS liner on the inside. Again, like you would expect, you are going to have some channels on the inside there to help air pass through. Now here on the inside, you will see the last thing I'll point out is you are going to have these little pads. If I remove that, you get a close-up shot on the inside there. That is going to be your speaker cutout. So if you do like to rock a Bluetooth communication device, plenty of room to put your speakers in there. So Shoei has really thought about everything when it comes to the creature comforts and the safety with this helmet. So that wraps up our product spotlight for the X2 Hornet Dual Sport Adventure and Touring Helmet from Shoei. Remember guys, I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, and questions, so make sure you leave those below. Now head over to our website at RockyMountain8VMC.com to read all the details on this helmet, check out the sizing guide, and also read ride reviews. I'm Chase here at Rocky Mountain, and we'll see you on the trails.